All right, welcome back, my plastic crack addicts. How's it going? Appreciate you all stopping by. Today what we are going to do is we are going to do a little different. I'm going to unbox and we're going to review the Faker pack. So Evil Warriors faction from MOTU Universe Battleground. You may have seen my unboxing video recently. If you haven't, go back and give that a watch where I unbox this. I basically go through everything I got. But I haven't broken into much of it and assembled it yet. You know how life is, it's busy. So we're gonna unbox, take a look at what's actually in here and go from there. Before I do, I wanted to share something with you that, always like, share, subscribe, help the channel that way. I got some new stuff in the Etsy store, so click that link. I've also got something a little bit different I'm gonna be adding in there. I'm not sure if anybody would be interested in these or not. But it's essentially what I'm doing for my MOTU Universe figures. So basically that is magnetic, okay? And I know this is something that people can do at home if they want to, they can make it home. But for those that aren't crafty and don't wanna make it at home, I am going to basically assemble these, have them ready to go for you on my Etsy store. I'm gonna call that, they're inexpensive. I know there are more expensive ways to go that might look cooler, but I like this because I can just have a whole faction in a box, boom, put it on the shelf. There'll be labels on the ends that you can do. So certainly check those out. You can certainly get the magnets yourself and apply those yourself if you want. I'll give you a link to those, but I'll also make them in my description. So if you click on those and buy those, I got them through Amazon. They're available there. And if not, I'm going to make them available in my Etsy store. So yeah, appreciate you checking that out. Just something I can do to, help out and helps the channel as well. The channel makes, tiny profit there. So yeah, without further ado, let's break into this. So again, I'm glad you were all able to join me. Has anyone, for those that have never, well, let me put it this way. Those just joining, what brought you to this video, right? Was it, oh, hey, I love MOTU Universe Battleground, I've played it, and I just really enjoy it, and I want to check out Faker? Are you like me, where, up until a year ago, hey, I didn't know this game existed? Or, where are you on that? For myself, I have gotten in a couple of games. So myself and a couple of the guys at the store, at our local game store, we're able to get in a couple of the practice games, so that was really cool. And then I also played the practice game with my boys, and they, okay, what else we got? There's more stuff in here. Okay, we got some, all right, so we got cards here. We'll go through all those. But yeah, I've played it a couple times with my boys, each boy. I got two boys, so played once with each of them, and they both really like it, and they don't like tabletop games. So yeah, they really like it. But you know what we need to do first? This stuff is sturdy. First, we need to assemble this. So let's go ahead and assemble this. All right, now that that's done, we can go ahead and review this stuff. So what we've got here is you get a few pieces of terrain. Now, one thing to be aware of, there are no assembly instructions in the box, okay? So inside the box, you get what you see here, and we're gonna go through it. You get wave 9, you get some information here. Real power can't be faked. Skeletor tried his best, but failed. Endless garbage pile. You get, an FAQ in regards to his skills. We're gonna get some, a Doom Seeker, and we get a different scenario here, okay? And then it tells us, okay, what do we got for terrain? We get a couple scenarios here. So what we've got for terrain, we get a couple low pieces of terrain, right? Look at a fan, more junk pile. Why is Faker in the junk pile? Kind of makes me more junk pile. This is the only one that required assembly. It's 3 pieces, and actually you can go back and you can look at I did probably a quick assembly short that you can go back and view. Excuse me if that's not what brought you here, as it was. So you get this little assembly thing. So 3 pieces, 1, 2, and then the base. Overall, not that hard. And then Faker, the model himself. Also, let's turn on some light here. Also, not that hard to assemble. 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four pieces, including the base. So pretty easy to assemble. Again, the instructions do not come with it. As it's pretty standard now, I feel. You have to go online. I went online and printed it out so I could have it to. I realize not everybody has a printer. You can do it on your iPad, or if you have one. See, I don't have an iPad, so I needed something that I could look at while I was doing this. So yeah, overall a good model. I think it compares with He-Man well, right? So obviously it's very, very similar, but he's wearing Skeletor's armor, which I love. He's got looks like a slightly shorter furry skirt there, and yeah, as you may have noticed in the assembly video, if you watch that, is I did put the magnet on the base first because I feel like then I'm less likely to loosen any glue or anything like that. But yeah, a good model. Nice model. I like it. Again, I am not a minis connoisseur. Okay, so you'll notice some of you die-hard fans will be looking and say, oh my gosh, there's mold lines and stuff and other stuff that I'm probably supposed to scrape off and remove. And I don't do any of that. Nope, none of that. So we'll put that there. In fact, I may eventually get around to painting those, but I still got all my Star Wars Shatterpoint stuff that is nowhere near painted. Like I'm talking primed, a couple colors like here and there, like some belts and stuff. Oh, what do we got? Okay, so we've got first we have got some items. That's good. We'll touch on those in a moment. So first we've got his card, which if you're not familiar, what the card tells us on the back is that he is allowed to have 1 melee weapon, 1 ranged weapon. The orange sword of power is his, so no one else can use the orange sword of power. He's allowed to have, 1 equipment, 2 equipment. Oh, I forget these symbols there. I have to go look those up. I'll splash something on the screen. And then he's allowed to have like 2 trinkets. Okay. And overall, he's pretty beefy. So let's see, what do we got going on here? Oh, he's got 5 strength. I want to say He-Man only has 4, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I've only played 2 or 3 times. And 5 life. That's the heart symbol. He has 3 protection, or 3 armor, and then 3 armor from magic. So this is regular armor, magic armor. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on what each thing does. So Faker cannot perform a focus action when he gains a, I forget which one that is, a poison. He cannot, period. So he cannot perform a focus action, period. When he gains like a poison type thing, he also gains a focus. Okay, that's interesting. Well, being a robot, I guess it makes sense. Faker cannot receive mana from Fate and Glory cards. Okay, that's similar to He-Man. If he gains a focus, he also gains 2 mana. Again, similar to He-Man, except He-Man I think only gains 1 mana from a focus action. So that's interesting. Interesting, but it has to be poisoned first. So, all right, we got that. And then we have got some Fate cards here, some weapon cards. All right, what do we got for Fate cards? Any Glory cards in here? No. Oh wait, 1 Glory card. So what Glory cards do, if you're not familiar, so Fate cards, this is how you get your initiative. You have a hand of cards. Again, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because there are how to play videos out there, and I might do one myself. But essentially, your cards in your hand, you each pick a card at the beginning of the turn, and the points you have up here determines initiative. Okay, so it's an interesting way to do it because you're choosing, all right, what do I want to be able to do? Do I want 2 action points, 0 mana? What do I want? 3 action points, but it's a 2, so I'm less likely to get to go first. So, okay, so we'll go through some of these. If the character has a focus, it loses a focus, and an ally within 12 inches gains a focus. Interesting. Or you can give yourself 1 mana. But you get 3 action points. That's pretty cool, but it's a low cost, so you're probably not going to win initiative on that one. Then we have got, again, these are our Fate cards. All right, so we've got 6 initiative there. 2 action points, 3 mana. If this character has, again, I have to look that up. An enemy within 12 gains the same. Ooh, that could be bad. And, excuse me. If this character has a poison, perform a free hex move action or 1 minute. Okay, that's interesting. I gotta look that. Do I have that in the book right here, right handy? Look that up. That is, no, it's not cripple, it's not blind, it's not knocked out. Okay. Oh, no, I just got a notification. My phone's running out of power, so, or my camera here is running out of power. But then we have a glory card. Glory cards are different. You only have a couple of these in your hand at a time, because if you accomplish what it says, you get 20 points, or victory points, as it were. Knock out an enemy that is at least 8 inches from your characters. Ooh, okay. That could be tough. So you'd have to spend some points to move in and knock them out. And then we get some weapons. What do we have? Electrostatics. Okay, cool. All right, again, I'll spend a lot of time on these. Animation. Oh, all right, that's him bringing him to life. You get a range of 8, no negative dice modifiers. Targets allies instead of enemies. The target does not make a defense test. You gain a focus. If you get 3 successes, get a focus, and this character also gains a focus. Okay, so that's interesting. That's a spell. Okay, interesting. The orange sword of power. What does that do? Okay, no negatives to dice. If an attack with this weapon results in 2 or less successes, Faker gains cripple, so it's like a -2 to your movement. And then, the orange battle axe. That's so sick. I hope the orange battle armor's in here too. Before attacking, if the target has gain +2 dice, and remove a spell from the target. Okay, that could be useful. Definitely gonna equip him with the battle axe. Ooh, teleportation ray. 8 range, no negative dice, and this weapon can target enemies or allies. Ooh, teleport a target 2 hexes. Interesting. And does that blind them? Cool. And what do we have for items? So for items, we have the Targan chains. We have a Doom Seeker. Allies attacking an enemy within 8 inches from this character can make 1 free roll. Good. Poisonous liquid. When you do melee against this character, ends in 1 or less successes. The attacker receives, is that poison there? Can't see the, yeah, it looks like. I forget what that is. Again, I got to look up these. I've only played a couple times. Steel bracers. Oh, perfect for him. When performing a move action, always assume that this character isn't engaged. Oh, that's cool. So in this game, when you try and break away, like if you're engaged, like these two, right up close, it's considered engagement. Okay. Instead of having to like roll for breakaway or something like that, when you try to move away, your opponent gets to interrupt you with a close attack. So there's a penalty for trying to move away, but instead of it being like a dice roll penalty or something like that, no, they get to interrupt with an attack, which I think is super cool. So yeah, that is everything in the Faker box. That is Faker and his terrain assembled. Overall, I'm excited to put him on the board. A couple new maps here. We do have some stuff in here that gives you some FAQ. Character wearing does not provoke attacks of opportunity, but still has to end their movement once they enter an enemy zone of control. Okay, yeah, so some FAQ stuff in there. And interesting. Oh, knockdown. I forget what knockdown does. Blind. You can't really see as well. Okay, so overall, pretty cool. Even if Faker sucked, I'm going to add him to the collection because I am a MOTU fan, and this game is it's my new favorite game right now. It is because it hits that nostalgia button hard. I love that nostalgia button, and I love my MOTU. I know some of you out there are bigger, different types of MOTU fans than I am, where you know every little detail about everything. I feel I know a fair amount, but not everything. But again, I really appreciate you joining. What do you think? Have you played this game? Do you love it? Hate it? Do you want to play it more? If you're in New Hampshire and want to play, let me know. And look forward to seeing you all again. And as always, see ya.